Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I talk a lot about Salesforce. Today we're going to be going over how to create a number field within Salesforce. So in our current example we are creating a whole new object for classes to track getting a degree in whatever you want, but we're just creating a tracking system for it. So we are going to be creating a number field for the number of credits. So let's go ahead and jump into the backend of Salesforce. So I went to the gear icon and then I'm going to go to setup. From here, I'm going to go to the object manager. You can search for whatever object you want to add this field for. I'm going to select class, then go to fields and relationships. Now I'm going to click new. Awesome. From here, we're going to go to the number field. It should be fairly in alphabetical order. Some of these ones up top are not, but the ones towards the bottom are. So let's go ahead and go to next. Now we're going to be creating the field label. I'm just going to say number of credits. All right. Now we can add in a decimal. I'm going to do that here. Now, typically you wouldn't have too many decimal places when it comes to credits, especially in college. I feel like there's never like a half credit. But if you wanted to do that, you could shorten the length of the number of digits and then add in decimal places. So it was 18 and 0, and then I moved it to 16 and 2. Anything required is going to be shown by a red bar next to it. So anything with a red bar, make sure that you enter in something there to be able to save it. Description, that's going to be for the admins and developers on the back end. So explain why this field is here and what its purpose is. The help text is just going to be on the front end for the users so they know what to put in that field, which can be really helpful, especially after you talk with them. You have a couple options as far as down here. You can have this be required. You can have this be unique, have this be an external ID, so connecting to an external system. So then you can match up different records from there. You can also have this be a field to store predictions from AI, which that's actually a new thing that they've added since they have released their AI tools. I'm going to leave all those settings how they are because they don't totally lend themselves to this scenario. I'm going to click next and it should take us to field level security. So this is how you can say some people can not see this field at all. Some people can see the field and some people can only read it so they don't have edit access. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory as far as how to set up those checkboxes to make the scenario how you want, but how this connects back to security is that your profile is typically going to be for different departments, and then you can add different permissions based upon job functionality later on. So if you're in the marketing department, you might not need to see the number of credits. So you can take that out. If you're in the sales or support profile, you'll need to see this, but maybe you don't need to edit this field. But those are going to be some of the options there. I'm going to click next here. Then finally, this one is just going to be adding it to the front end of Salesforce, making sure that it shows up when you are filling out the actual record of the class or whatever record you're adding this field for. I'm going to hit save, and that should be good to go. Awesome. Let's go back to the front end of Salesforce and make sure that we can see this record. So I refresh the page to make sure the back end and the front end come together. Awesome. And then search for that object. Then I'm going to go to my test record and then refresh it again. I'm not seeing that number of credits here, which is totally fine. Sometimes this takes 15 to 30 minutes to update. If it takes longer than an hour, I'd say start testing some stuff out to see if you can find out what the issue is. You may need to check out what the server status is. Sometimes Salesforce servers will go down, but let's go ahead and click edit. It is not quite here yet. Let's refresh one more time. Awesome. Now that refresh did give us those number of credits. So I'm going to add in 3 here for whatever this is, however many credits this class would be. And then we can hit save. And if we refresh again, maybe it'll show up, but that should have saved. If we hit edit again, I should be able to see that. Maybe not. Maybe it'll take a couple times and maybe we need to wait a little bit longer for it to be able to save. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes it takes a little while depending on your specific instance of Salesforce and how the servers are running for it to show up. But yeah, that's how you create a number field within Salesforce. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like, subscribe. You can check out the certification prep courses on Salesforce Upskill, Udemy Business, and LinkedIn Learning. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at Emily Call MBA. Thanks so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one.